Yo, what's up, fam? Today we're talking about the legend, the big man with the big heart, Dikembe Mutombo. We recently lost him to brain cancer, but instead of focusing on the sadness, we're here to celebrate his incredible journey. This dude wasn't just about blocking shots and waving his finger. His life was all about breaking barriers and giving back. From Congo to the NBA and beyond, Mutombo's story is one that inspires on so many levels. But let's dive into the life of a man who did more than just play the game, he changed it. Let's start where it all began. Deep in the heart of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now get this, Mutombo wasn't even thinking about basketball when he was growing up. His dream? To be a doctor. Crazy, right? His goal was to heal people, not to block shots. But when you're 7'2", with a wingspan that could swat planes out the sky, life tends to point you in different directions. That's how he ended up at Georgetown University. But trust me, it wasn't smooth sailing. Imagine coming from the Congo to the US, having to learn a new language, adapt to a completely different culture, and on top of all of that, learn the game of basketball at a high level. Most people would have folded under that type of pressure, but not Dikembe. The man thrived. He wasn't just there to ball either. He was serious about his education. The dude earned a double major in linguistics and diplomacy while dominating the paint. Talk about handling business on and off the court. Under the mentorship of Coach John Thompson, Mutombo became more than just a basketball player. He became a leader, someone who knew he could use his platform, something bigger than himself. But let's keep it real. Mutombo faced some serious challenges. Coming from a developing country, he had to deal with cultural barriers, language struggles, and the pressure of adjusting to life in America while becoming an elite athlete. Most people would have just let that weigh them down. But Mutombo, he used it for fuel. He wasn't just playing for himself. Every time he stepped on the court, he carried the hopes and dreams of an entire continent on his shoulders. He was representing Congo, Africa, anyone who ever doubted they could make it. That weight alone made him stronger. So when the Denver Nuggets picked him 4th overall in the 1991 NBA draft, it wasn't just a personal win. It was a victory for everyone back home. Mutombo had made it to the league. He was about to show the world why you don't mess with someone who's built like you, mentally, physically, spiritually. Now, talk about that signature move, finger wave. If you saw Mutombo on the court, you know what's coming. A player drives to the rim thinking they're about to get an easy layup. Bam! Mutombo sends the ball flying to the stands. And then, that iconic no finger wave. It wasn't just a block. It was Mutombo telling you to stay out of his house. Dikembe wasn't just a shot blocker. He was a shot eraser. By the time he hung up his sneakers, he racked up 3,289 blocks, second most in NBA history, just behind Hakeem Olajuwon. But it wasn't just about the numbers. He was a game changer. Teams literally had to adjust their entire strategy because no one wanted to challenge him in the paint. But that finger wave, it wasn't just for cameras. It was a message to every opponent, to every doubter, to every obstacle in his life. The finger wave was his way of saying, "You won't stop me." It was more than a basketball move. It was a mindset. But here's the thing. Mutombo wasn't just out here blocking shots and waving fingers. He was one of the best teammates you could ask for. His leadership went beyond the stats. He brought energy, positivity, and a competitive fire that lifted up every team he played for. Let's not forget 1994, when the 8th-seeded Denver Nuggets went up against the top-seeded Seattle Supersonics in the playoffs. Nobody thought Denver had a chance, but Mutombo was out there swatting shots left and right, leading his team to one of the biggest upsets in NBA history. He averaged over 6 blocks per game in that series. And who could forget that moment when he grabbed the final rebound, fell to the floor, and held the ball with tears in his eyes? That wasn't just about basketball. That was pure heart. Mutombo's leadership wasn't just about being vocal. He led by example. He played with purpose, always showing younger players how to grind, play with heart. That's why he was respected everywhere he went, from Denver to Atlanta, Philly, Houston. Now, here's where the story gets really next level. A lot of players retire and ride off into the sunset, but not Mutombo. His work was just getting started. In 1997, he founded the Dikembe Mutombo Foundation, dedicated to improving healthcare and education in the Congo. The crown jewel of his work? The Biamba Mary Mutombo Hospital, named after his mother. That hospital has treated over 100,000 patients, giving hope to thousands of people who might not have otherwise had access to care. And his impact didn't stop there. Mutombo became a global ambassador for UNICEF, traveling the world to raise awareness about healthcare and education, especially for children in need. He wasn't just about making headlines, he was about making change. Even while battling brain cancer, Mutombo continued to fight for what he believed in. He shows all that the true strength isn't just physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. He never gave up, even in his toughest moments. We keep coming back to that finger wave because it's more than just a basketball move. It was a way of life for Mutombo. Every time he blocked a shot and waved that finger, it was a message. I'm still here, still standing. That was how he approached everything in life, whether it was overcoming adversity in his early days, dominating the NBA, or fighting cancer. Mutombo never backed down. That finger wave was his signature, but it was also his spirit. A reminder to all of us that no matter what life throws at you, you got to stand tall, push through. Dikembe Mutombo's legacy isn't just in the blocks or the highlights. It's in the lives he changed, the communities he helped, and the hope he inspired. His story is one of perseverance, heart, and using your platform for something bigger than yourself. He didn't just break records. He broke barriers. He didn't just block shots. He built a future for so many people, especially in Congo, who needed someone to stand up for them. And that's why, even though he's no longer with us, his spirit and legacy will live on for generations to come. Mutombo showed us that greatness isn't just about what you do on the court, it's about what you do off of it. It's about leaving a mark on the world that goes far beyond basketball. And trust me, he did just that. So as we say goodbye to Dikembe Mutombo, let's remember him not for just the blocks and the finger wave, but for the man he was. Strong, compassionate, dedicated to making the world a better place. He showed us that true greatness comes from using your talents to uplift others. Rest in peace, Dikembe. Your legacy will continue to inspire, and that final finger wave will live on as a symbol of resilience, strength, and heart. If this story hit you like it hit us, make sure you like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. We're here to honor the legends who changed the game and the world. That's it, folks. Hoop Digest TV signing off. Peace.